Hello everyone, I would like to show you how to create the clone dynamic for the 3D object. I have only one object, the 3D box. There is color dynamic and location dynamic and clone dynamic here. For the color, we use the asset value to control the color of this object as well as the location. And as you can see, when we go to the runtime, it will be the objects create automatically in runtime corresponding to the asset that we have. In this case, I have 6 assets here: ASU1, ASU2, FCU1, FCU2, 3 and 4 under HVAC, and it will automatically create the object for me. And when I move the mouse over the object, it will be FCU4, FCU3, 2, 1 and ASU2 and ASU1 here. And the property supply air temperature of each asset for ASU and FCU as well. How to create this? First of all, you need to place the 3D object into the 3D viewer. I have placed the 3D object here. I will place color into this object, the color dynamic, and at the data source link to the asset that I would like to control this color. For example, in BMS, Iconics, US, Foxborough, and HVAC. Instead of select the property directly, I can use the attribute of this HVAC. In the attributes, I can select child equipment point name and hit OK. And instead of this, I use the expression, and using the function getAt, it will get the attribute child equipment point name under HVAC. For example, under HVAC we have ASU1, ASU2, FCU1, 2, 3, 4. We get the instance of this. I will use the clone dynamic later, and in the clone dynamic there is the alias instance that we can use. I will talking about it later. And we using the property that we want to color dynamic. In this case, I will use the property supply air temperature. Then I get back and place this property. Check request runtime value as data source to have the value of this. Then hit OK. This is color, and we will use the analog color instead of this grid. And we can use start in percent and end percent, and use the end color. For example, I use red and hit OK. And we can specify the low limit and high limit if we know that. And now I will show the name of the object when we move the mouse over the object. Then I can specify the description. I can browse to the data point, and instead of child equipment point name, I can use child equipment name, because we no need to use the path. We need only the name of the equipment. Go to expression and correct this to the expression that we need. We use getAt function, and the instance, that is the alias of the clone dynamic. We use child equipment name. That is OK. This is the description, and I will use the location as well, because I will need to place the object in different location for each instance of the object. Then I use this dynamic location. For the data source, we can use the alias instance, and low limit is 1 and high limit is equipment count. Here, child equipment count. The final step, we need to place the clone dynamic here, and at the number of instance, we use the child equipment count under HVAC. Yeah. I missed something here. Low limit is 0. Then run again. Okay, good. This is ASU1, ASU2, FCU1, FCU2, FCU3, and FCU4. Thank you for watching.